Abu Azmi is part of India's Socialist Party. He is a politician there who just recently made really controversial statements about women who get raped. He said that if rape happens with or without consent, it should be punished as prescribed in Islam. He says the solution is this: any woman, whether married or unmarried, who goes along with a man with or without her consent should be hanged.
Oh, wow.
Both should be hanged. It shouldn't be allowed even if a woman goes by consent. So if a woman gets raped, she should be hanged. If a woman has premarital sex, she should be hanged.
So now in his mind, he's actually being fair to women. And you're going to say, how in the world does he think that, right? Because another person in his party had claimed, well, we shouldn't necessarily have the death penalty for rape because sometimes, boys make mistakes. So, it's a matter of, atrocious and a guy even more atrocious, and I'm not sure which one's winning that race at this point, right? So what this guy, Abu Azmi, is saying is, no, they should both get the death penalty. The guy should get the death penalty, but just to be fair, so should the woman. How is that fair? She's the one who got raped.
So, to be fair to India, there's a huge disconnect between the politicians and the people of India. And right now, the people of India are disgusted by the violence against women there, how men are not being prosecuted after they rape women. I mean, it's terrible. And there are elections coming up, and a lot of people are being polled, understandably so, and they're rejecting what this politician said. More than 90% of India's 814.5 million voters see stopping violence against women as a priority. So that's incredible. And this man's own daughter-in-law actually went on Twitter and denounced him. She said that she was embarrassed and ashamed.
But how can you not be embarrassed by that comment, that if a woman gets raped against her consent, which is the definition of rape, that she should be hanged? What kind of a vicious barbarian says that? That's unbelievable. Unfortunately, we've got here in the U.S. people who don't want to test rape kits and find out who the people who committed those heinous acts are. And here in India, we have a situation with one politician who the majority of the country disagrees with, saying things like, well, you should be hung and executed if someone raped you. Because the idea is you're already damaged goods.
I know, you're just property, and if you're damaged property, then you're no use to society.
Yeah, what do you do if you have a pot that's broken? You throw it away.
Ugh,
yeah.
And by the way, going back to the whole rape kit thing that you mentioned, in the U.S., more than 400,000 rape kits have gone untested, unprocessed. That means that there are possibly all these rapists out there, right? I mean, they haven't been convicted because they haven't actually tested the evidence, but all these rapists out there that are continuously raping women, and there's absolutely no justice. They can keep, victimizing more and more people.
And every day we don't test those kits is another day they're out in the streets. Now, look, some of them might have got caught in other ways, and there might be multiple offenders, but 400,000 is a giant number. Mm-hmm. And similar situation in India, a story we covered before. There was only one conviction of a rape in one of the major cities in India for the whole year. Well, if you don't convict anybody for rape, you know what you're going to get? A lot of rape. That's just, so you got to take action, and these politicians are not encouraging.